Oh yeah, Triple Fivers, it's time for our first whiskey review of 2019. Hoping to make this a regular segment here on the channel, about once a month, maybe twice a month, bring you a good whiskey review, and I have a good one for you today. What I have is the Glenlivet 12-year, a very well-known distillate from the Speyside region of Scotland, but this is the first fill version of the Glenlivet 12-year. Recently just became available here in Minnesota in the Northwest Metro. And in this review, I'll tell you a little bit about the Glenlivet distillery, and then we'll get into the tasting notes. The Glenlivet is a very popular, very high production distillery founded in 1824 by a certain George Smith, and it is located in the Speyside region of the Highlands of Scotland, so generally in northern Scotland. The Glenlivet is actually in the southern part of Speyside in the Livet Valley, and it is a well-known Scotch. The standard 12-year is found in most bars and most restaurants, and the 18-year is definitely a still very accessible staple 18-year-old whiskey. And this first fill is a very new, interesting variation on the very commonplace regular 12-year. Now, first fill designates that this whiskey was poured into a cask that had previously only been used for bourbon. When you take a look at the color of the spirit, it has a beautiful gold hay color, matches nicely with the branding of the bottle, and as you can see, I'm pretty busy already working through this bottle. It's a very easy drinker. As you pour the spirit, you're greeted with a lot of freshness, not just the typical apple and caramel freshness of the regular Glenlivet 12, but a more floral and vanilla character. It just smells a lot better. It has a very clean and a very light on its feet nose that leads you to want to taste it right away. And indeed, there isn't as much to worry about with the nose because a lot of the nice flavors do follow through to the palate. And what you find on the palate is a very clean and fresh entry. It opens quickly to this juicy, ripe pear, and then transitions in the mid-palate to oaky spiciness. There's a bit of vanilla cake, and it finishes with this elegant, silky mouthfeel. Surprisingly good for a 12-year. Now, the standard Glenlivet 12-year has a combination of bourbon cask and sherry cask, and so generally the flavor profile is going to be a little bit less vibrant, maybe a little bit richer, but in my opinion, the vibrant floral characteristics and the clean, fresh feel of this is superior to the standard 12-year and worth finding. All told, I was delightfully surprised with this first fill Glenlivet 12-year, and I expect it to be a permanent member of my collection. Let me know in the comments below if you've tried this 12-year. If you have, I'd love to hear your tasting notes on it. Let me know what other whiskeys you'd like to see here on the channel, single malt Scotch or otherwise. I certainly have enjoyed this dram. This is a fine single malt Scotch. It's very accessible, under $50, and it is a wonderful representation of the beautiful flowery notes that you can get from the Speyside. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please do leave me a thumbs up, and I'll greatly appreciate that. If you're new to the channel here, this is one of the ways that I'm fleshing out content in my channel, sharing some of my interests and hobbies beyond just my core gear portfolio. I think that this is just part of living a well-rounded life, enjoying some of the finer things, and I would love to have you join me in this little journey as a subscriber. So become a Triple Fiver, hit that subscribe button down below. Greatly appreciate it. Thanks again for watching.